It was called the Grand Experiment because it was a new form of government derived by the people for the people. They declared in writing, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." It's a great summer weekend at Kensington Metro-Park in Milford Township, Michigan. It's the second weekend in August, and the annual Colonial Kensington Historical event is underway.
Our muskets are both pointed downrange. We're going to grab our cartridge, rip it open, dump the powder down the pan. We're going to close the pan.
Cast about, charge.
We'll grab at the top here, and you're going to put the butt.
4 reenacting groups have gone all out to recreate an encampment similar to what was typical in colonial America back in 1775. At one end of the camp, British Red Coats have taken residence, while colonial Patriots are located just a short distance away. At the entrance to the encampment and running along a long section of gravel road, merchants are selling their wares, and brisk trading is taking place between voyagers and Native Americans of the Anishinaabe Nation. It is historical events like these that provide families an opportunity to revisit the making of American history, and they provide an outstanding educational opportunity for children. The enactment groups have attempted to replicate every detail of colonial life, including a drum and fife band, period clothing, uniforms, muskets and rifles, lanterns, open pit fires, and utensils right down to pewter tableware. Throughout the encampment, signs have been posted on trees, just as they were almost 2.5 centuries ago. Colonial militias of the 13 colonies continued training exercises, and back then, their families would be located close to where the training took place. In comparison to the British, the Patriots were a ragtag group of villagers and farmers who were determined to become free men. Watching their training activities take place reminds visitors of the great American poem written by Ralph Waldo Emerson titled The Concord Hymn. By the rude bridge that arced the flood, their flag to April's breezes unfurled, here once the embattled farmers stood and fired the shot heard around the world.
Boom, 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 and then boom on the end. No coordination.
British troops were stationed throughout the colonies to protect King George's interests and enforce civic laws and collect taxes. On June 14, 1775, the Continental Congress of the original 13 colonies established a resolution to coordinate the military efforts of the colonies in their revolt against the rule of Great Britain. Tension between British troops and Patriots was increasing, and that tension could almost be felt during quiet times. When visiting a reenactment such as this, it sometimes becomes easy to get caught up in the past and forget we're really in the present. Visitors are provided with a schedule of events and activities, and for the youngsters, this is where the fun begins.
All young lads and lasses who are willing to give up home and family for a chance to fight for His Majesty, the world renowned. If you think you are able, please step forward and receive a king's shilling for your service in His Majesty's army. Anyone willing, please step forward.
With the King's Shilling as a reward, several children are ready to join the British troops. They quickly fall into formation and have a medical exam to ensure good service as a soldier.
Plenty of teeth. Excellent. Gotta have teeth to tear open those cartridges and fire muskets.
After passing the inspection of their teeth by the doctor, they are paid their shilling and ready to begin official military training. Tensions were high back in 1775, and British troops were constantly on alert and training for war. The Continental Congress had decided it was time to take an official stand for freedom, and on July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was written. Benjamin Franklin was attending Colonial Kensington this year and provided visitors with many comments about the Declaration.
Declaration of Independence. And between the five of us, John Adams is a bit rough. He was not really very well liked by a lot of the people in Pennsylvania. The other, Roger Sherman and Robert Livingston, bowed out. That left me and Thomas, and Mr. Adams agreed that I would probably not be the best one to write this document, only because of the importance and the fact that I would probably throw in a little quib of humor every once in a while, which would probably diminish the importance of the document. So I believe that they were probably just in declining my attention to the document, and we rest for the expedition and the season. Can't do that. Sergeant of the Guard. March him off. Baby. Sir, what mean you? Don't let him do this. This man has been accused of treason and sedition by his acts and his deeds.
Who accuses him?
Take care, lads.
Parliament themselves.
Does Parliament outreign King George?
No,
He's an Englishman, free-born.
But he is also, Parliament is a subject of the king.
He
It
is
is also
also-
from the king that he is being placed under arrest.
Let's see the king's warrant, sir. Because this man is still in the king's court. He was never dismissed. Only George III can arrest
If
this
he
man.
left on his own violation without the king's permission, he is still under arrest.
It cannot happen. He is still an ambassador to the king. You cannot take him.
He has done the heinous acts of so much as intercepting personal conversations and putting them into the public's eyes.
Do you have proof that he actually intercepted, or was it someone that worked for someone else and then brought it to our noble printer to be printed in his papers? I see, sir, you have no answer to that. Therefore, I suggest that your validations of arrest for this man have no jurisdiction.
Congress is evil.
No, you're a Highlander. You're not
Only
even.
because of your rank and your obvious position as an officer in the king's army.
Sir,
I must give you that respect.
Sir,
Your arguments are valid, sir.
Sir, I'm
You are
also
released.
in the house of Dickinson from Briar in Yorkshire.
Easy, lads, easy.
I am also a noble
Where
of the
are
king.
you?
Sir.
Huzzah!
To interfere
Huzzah!
with his will.
Huzzah!
Lancaster.
Huzzah!
Very well. Sergeant,
Sir.
take your man back to their post. You, sir, count your stars very lucky. Your day is yet to come.
On the right wheel. March! Right!
Adieu, sir.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Those who oppose the king shall feel his wrath yet.
Prior to the writing of the Declaration of Independence and before the first major battle of the American Revolutionary War took place on August the 27th, 1776 at Long Island, several skirmishes took place throughout the colonies. British troops and colony militia would face off in open fields and fight to the death or capture. Each colony relied on their militia, which was made up of part-time citizen soldiers. The British had a well-trained army and used battle maneuvers consisting of forward advancement and firing. Powder-loaded muskets with bayonets would be used by both sides. However, accuracy of shots, as well as shot velocity, was not always predictable. Battles would often last for hours in a small area or field, and the sky would turn gray from gun smoke, and the grass red from human blood. It is not an easy task winning freedom and independence, and it is from events such as this one at Colonial Kensington that we are reminded of the sacrifices made by those early Americans who built this country's foundation with life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.